Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the place match of the MOONMOON sub circuit. Right now we have Pharakeets, not Security Squad, Security Solution. This is their open team versus 999, the meme dream team, Puggers United.
Minus pi.
Yeah, minus pi. They had a coup, and the dictator is out and brought in another support. Well, the first map of this best of 3 is going to be Dorado.
I think we've seen all 3 S-squared maps now.
Yeah, we actually have. We've gone through each one.
Mm-hmm.
Will we see all 3 control maps? That's the real question.
So we need a Lijiang after this, and then we have to keep our record of 2 O's, so we never see a hybrid.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully it's a close match between both teams. Getting right into the map.
Traveling to Dorado.
Going to El Dorado. It'll be interesting. I wonder if it will be blue team defending while red team attacks. I wonder if they're. I was gonna say maybe a Torb or a Bastion cheese at the top, but it seems like you might not go for that.
No, I don't see that happening. We do have Shimada Stan. You may know him as the Moon Stan Duo Q. He is on the Pharakeets security squad. Something I didn't know. Or not security squad. Solution. I gotta remember that.
Wait, is it Pharakeets Security Solution or Pharakeets Solution?
Pharakeets Security Solution.
Okay.
They are the open team. There's Pharakeets Security Squad, which is the diamond and below team.
Shimada Stan going to be working his usual Hanzo. And then we have Carl.
Surprising no Genji out of him. Probably see it on the offense.
Well, Hanzo's actually decent on this first point because, I mean, I was talking about a little bit on route. It's not as good because it's too divey, but you actually have a lot of room to play with on this first point of Dorado. Like, you have like a good window where you can just fire arrows. Also, I think you can do a couple cheese shots like around the corner of the red building.
Yeah, even then, you can. That's something that I've done in the past is as Hanzo, you set up an arrow right at the base of the door. You can get that nice scatter off. Or he's going to take a bit of charge off of that, though. He stands on the trap. They do have a Junkrat for charging up Ori. That'd be pretty useful for him. Probably see a bit faster of a charge out of him. Get his ultimate up. And Rock as well is just taking damage. But Cal does take out MPD for the most part. You missed it in the beginning, but they were, I believe, used to be on a team together and giving each other a little playful banter. Said you're going down.
I think we haven't talked about this. Eris has also gone attack Hanzo, so we have the battle of the weaves.
Yeah, it's pretty much a mirror match.
Yeah.
No, it is a mirror match. It's 100% a mirror match.
Oh wow, I didn't actually realize that. It is, in fact, a mirror match, but Erebus claiming the title of Alpha Weeb. Best Hanzo here.
Looks like Rar is going to be claiming the lead as Alpha Ryan.
Man, Red Team just, I guess without Pi, they were right. It was
they were right. Pi is feeding.
Pi all along was their issue. I mean, moving into Pharakeets Solution, Security Solution, sorry. Basically like PSS. That's a mouthful. And yeah, Roar just swinging the hammer around madly. Gonna be getting that first point. They don't have anyone sitting on the point, so going to send Lexan, who is the sub, go back while they just keep pushing up. Roar's actually really low though. Wait, no one's on the point! Guys, you have
I mean, they're pushing up for kills at this point.
This isn't a
And a grab. Looks like the grab followed up by the sound barrier to keep them alive for the most part, but it doesn't matter because Junkrat's damage is huge. Wheats does get taken out there by Rar, but Rar just falls in the end there.
Thing also is that Wheat's nano Seedro. Sorry, I didn't see the D. didn't have Seedra, they're trying to whack it around, but he got like CC, he got knocked out by the... I think he got slept and then knocked out by the round. So there's the counter grab coming up. And
gets a lot more than the... Actually, no, it's basically the traded ultimates and they traded team wipes.
Mm-hmm. Erebus again coming in with that dragon strike that he charged up. Stan actually, I was wondering where Stan's dragon was on the previous grab, but he actually switched to Genji.
Yeah, he threw it through the door and then switched to Genji. It actually, or he, actually no, I don't think he has used it. I think he just swapped off, making the executive play to go to Genji.
Mm-hmm. I think he switched like pretty early on in the first point, but Aurora getting nanoed this time around. Stan's gonna have ultimate. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, there he is. Right on the background. Instantly 3 kills. Just a swipe. Can he get the 4th? He does. Will he make it 5?
3 kills with 1 swipe. Holy, that's what you like to call multitasking right there.
Yeah. That's efficiency right there. It's a high efficiency Genji play. And then back up to the high ground to take control of that.
This kind of reminds me of those, like, you know, 1000-degree knife versus X the videos that like were spamming the internet like 2 years ago, something like that. Just like, you know, 100-degree dragon blade just wiping 3 people off the face of the earth. Anyway, back to the game. They are pushing up. Lexan actually landed on the trap, but it's not gonna be a big issue. But Seedra and Stan are just taking this backline to town. Oh, deflects the sleep right back into Herpaderping.
Yeah, but he's just gonna keep pushing up, or they're just gonna keep pushing up here on this point. 3 on, or 2 on the point really, but 4 set up. They're just kind of dealing with Stan on the backline over there. No real contest. They kind of just gotta let it go through here. Stan's gonna have to try to get back to his team or make some flashy plays on this backline. Looks like he's gonna get caught out by MPD. Shield gets turned around.
Stan's just trying to do something in the back, but he just like good reactions by 999 to deal with him. MPD trying to outduel Genji as a Junkrat.
Yeah, it looks like yeah, with Stan away from his team and the Junkrat tire coming in, does get taken out by Airbus. Double Sunbury is popped, and the second Junkrat tire only gets Rock a little bit damaged, about half health now. Yeah, Dragon comes out from Airbus.
MPD jumped on that last tire, so it didn't do like the whole damage, so Rock didn't get out of his mech. And 999 slowly being pushed back. Stan again showing efficiency with 2 kills with that 1 Dragon Blade.
Here's just good positioning on all that.
I think that was just a little bit of 999 playing a little bit too aggressively. They kind of were scattered. Some of them were dealing with Stan in the back, and some of them were actually dealing with the rest of the team, and they just like didn't make a good call. Getting wiped does let you reset though, so now they're gonna be pushing it on to this last point of Dorado, which is actually, at least in my mind, is the hardest part of it. Dorado is this last point because you kind of like have 3 chokes to push through.
I wouldn't say it's like so much of 3 chokes. It's just that you're always around this one point that if the defending team can get up on the higher ground, they're constantly, and that's a good grab. But a lot of damage. Oh, Cal cleans up. He just defends his own team by getting a 3-man with that Junkrat tire.
Dude, the Cal will be having so much fun in this game because there's been so many counts of 3 happening. 3 kills off the Dragon Blade, 3 kills off the tire.
3
Oh god. But yeah, Cal just turning that fire around with his 3-man tire. That was actually a really good grab out by actually I don't even know who was playing with Zarya back then, but by 999 Zarya. But not gonna get anything off of it. I think his team was off doing something or just didn't have cooldowns to deal with it. I mean, we did see the Haunt Airbus try to get in there and do something with it, but I mean, a single scatter on all that targets isn't as much. But
and the shatter did that go through the shield? That looked like it went through the Winston shield on my screen. Oh, I saw Winston's shield on my screen. Probably just a slight bug. Diva Bomb does come out, doesn't really get anything, but it looks like MPD is gonna go right after Stan with that tire, but Cal comes off the end. Yeah.
Cal went and looked for him, just hiding behind the corner.
As the 2 tanks push up, lands the hook on the Baby Diva, but does not get the kill on that shot. And there goes Cal throwing another tire, getting a kill with it. Ori did manage to get Cal, but it's not really going to matter for them. He's spawning right there. Probably going to be able to hold it for the next 40 seconds unless Pharakeets can really pull something out here.
Yeah, and then it's just funny that Ori is just sitting in this back room with
The
Erebus.
charge of Destiny. Did you, if you saw that, Rar just went all the way through the main door, down the stairs, and managed to land a direct hit on Rock, who was hiding downstairs. Yeah.
Charge! Cal has a really good position here, but MPD, the Battle of the Rats.
It looks like the attacking team does have a bit of an advantage here. They do have that Earthshatter. Stan has his blade, but he's very low, and I don't think he wants to just jump in just yet. Pops the blade, probably for a bit more mobility. Dashes in, trying to get a kill. Is anti-healed.
MPD has the tire though. It's going to force Cal off the coin. Cal is going to be jumping around trying to do something, but he's just a one little tracer. Now Slime is here along with Shimada Stan. Not going to be enough though. You can't outweave a tire team. That's going to be the point for 999. But they did do it in overtime, so they're not going to have. I mean, if the other team can do it beforehand.
0.01 is the distance that it was stopped at.
Puck ship. But yeah, that was some good play out of both teams. We saw some pretty good ultimate uses, especially out of Pharakeets' security solution. It's out of Stan, out of Cal, like just getting very efficient with their ultimates, getting usually 2 to 3 kills with tires and dragon blades.
It was a good ultimate use from both teams.
Oh, we're about to see another May. I'm wondering if they're going to meme us with this, but that might be another May. Okay, it's not. Oh, wait. The May is in fact back.
The May is back.
Looking like he wants to go that. You have MBD on that Zenyatta, Roy on the Reinhardt, Herpet on that Anna, Erebus on Hanzo, and Ori on the Zarya. The one thing that I don't really like about this team is I feel like it's. I mean, I guess with the May you have some defense, and Zarya you have defense against dive, but Anna, Zen, Eric, and Hanzo, like, if Winston just jumped up there with a Diva, I feel like they just get eaten alive.
I don't know. They may have some good defensive with the Zarya. If Zarya puts a bubble on Airbus, he's pretty safe. Anna can throw a nade on herself. Yeah, this actually might work out really well versus the dive-ear comp that they have. Ori falls off and dies.
It looked like he jumped off.
Probably pushed up in front of the shield just a bit too far. The shield was right on the edge, jumps off.
Well, anyway, they're forced to give off the point on that. Oh my god, this Widow. Shimada Stan going for the sneaky Widow plays.
Yeah, Stan 901 is on the flank. He's trying to get a shot on Herp. Doesn't get the kill on Herp, but he does get MPD. Now he's caught off guard by Ori and Rar. Not sure what Rar is planning to do here. He's leaving his team behind for the most part, trying to get that kill. And it looks like the rest of Pharakeets are going to come to the assistance of Stan.
Yeah, Stan's just going to keep the rest of them back. That's a pretty convincing first point for PSS.
And then he does end up getting Anna out of...
And that's going to force them even further back, because now they're down to support. Might get Lexin, but good wall.
Yeah, they're not really having a... They don't really have anything to really counter. They kind of have double main tank with different kind of goals.
Yeah, they have this Winston, and you kind of have this Reinhardt. You don't usually see those two on the same team. Like,
I mean, it's not a bad thing to have, but it's just that Winston kind of wants a buddy to dive in. That's a really well placed bomb, but Rar blocks it very successfully. does get the charge off on Speedro. Speedro doesn't get pinned by it for some reason, and Rock and Speedro jump up as Winston pops the Primal Rage, pushing MPD back into spawn. It does manage to take him out, and Rock is just bullying Rar as Speedro finally comes in.
No bully, please. And meanwhile, during all of that, just like with Rock and Speedro just distracting pretty much the entire team, you had Wheat, Slime, and Cal just pushing his payload.
Yeah, it looks like Ori's focus might not be in the right place. He's kind of diving in. He doesn't really have anyone to help him out.
And we see Cal coming in with a tire. Will he land something? Rar's dead.
Does take out Rar.
This is a very convincing push. 5 minutes left to get to this last point. And Speedro killing off MPD on that Zenyatta. He's just keep going. Herpa Derpit's about to die as well, along with Ori.
Yeah, Herp didn't have his sleep dart up. If he had a sleep dart, he might have gotten away from that. Sleep the Winston. At least give his team time to regroup and might get the kill on that. But the cart just keeps chugging along. Rar is going to have to jump up there and deal with Stan. But Stan's smart move jumps away.
And Stan actually kind of killed Erebus.
Yeah.
Stan's actually been getting some really good headshots off.
Yeah, the man's crazy DPS player. He's carried Moon to GM. Smile.
Yeah, smile. Moon can't get GM on his own. Smile.
Ooh.
Nah. I think Moon's proven many times he can do GM on his own.
Debatable.
But that. but anyway,
but Stan, there goes Stan once again taking out MPD. He is laying that those shots in.
This just reminds me of like season 1 where like a Zenyatta was just like, oh hello, I'm a Widow maid who can body shot and kill you.
Yeah, back in the day when Widow's oh, Cal pops an early bomb on Ori, does take him out as he's jumping up. They are gonna get the point. 4 minutes 58 seconds with only 1 minute for the side of 999.
So yeah, like 999's definitely got this, right? Like 1 minute, they can push it to the end.
Yeah, totally. They got
Never gonna lose a man.
I believe in these guys.
Never going to lose a man. Going to push it all the way to the end, and then full hold at the spawn for Pharakeets. Easy.
Exactly.
Profit right now. I want some pod champs in the chat if I get this straight.
It looks like Airbus is going to be switching over to the Widowmaker for the attack. Widow, I wouldn't say Widow's really good on this map, but the beginning, the beginning, there's on the beginning you do have a lot of places to be as Widow, but then after that it's just kind of it can be a little iffy.
Well, I think a big thing is a lot of people never like. I mean, we saw from Stan last game where like he went back behind this wall and then showed up there. A lot of people actually don't think about that. Like, oh yeah, like a Genji can come back there because most people stick with the team. But yeah, like you can have like a Genji or a Widow just pop their heads like all the way to the back without you ever seeing them.
I still think there's like way better options for them.
Oh yeah, there definitely is, but I'm just saying.
But MPD is on. They're doing double sniper. Probably staying
triple
a bit.
Sniper.
Well, and double DPS sniper.
She's got a sniper rifle.
It looks like they're doing they're trying to stay away from that Junkrat for the most part, the DPS wise, and also having an option to take out that tire with that shot. MPD is actually getting into a pretty aggressive position here, as so is Airbus. 2 members of Pharakeets are up on that high ground. It's just kind of like a duel between snipers here. Scatter Air does take out Stan. The
MPD and Stan were having a nice sniper fight, and an Airbus comes in and ruins it.
Yeah, but they did lose Rar to get that kill. Like there was no damage on Pharakeets' shield. It didn't go down, and Rar was just kind of left alone by his DPS for the most part.
He does get a healer, but Cal returns the favor. And
Herp is in a pretty good position to keep his team healed up. Does sleep Speedro, but it doesn't matter because Cal and Stan are going to be getting those kills off. Rar, the last one on the point. Can he hold it out? Looks like he will not.
Yep, that is going to be 999 going down.
Complete.
So Pharakeets has 5 minutes to get that far.
Score 3-3. Switching sides.
Yeah, they just got to get it right underneath the choke.
No, but it's going to be full hold right at the spawn doors.
Full hold. They're gonna pull out a Mercy. They're gonna pull out a Bastion.
And a Torb.
Yes.
And Orisa.
And it's not gonna fail versus team of GMs.
No, that'll never work. Like, dude, like, come on now. When like I heard that Bastion's OP. Like my bronze friends were telling me that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, what would be like the?
I read it
like,
on Reddit. I read it on Reddit.
On Reddit, Bastion's OP. Like I stood still in front of him when he killed me.
Incoming in
OP.
20 seconds.
What I am interested to see if Stan sticks with the Doomfist, because I like that character.
Doomfist is super interesting. They just like gutted his kit so long. Just like, I mean, before he had an issue where his hitbox was too big. Now his hitbox is too small. And
Yeah.
legit,
Not really.
like a millimeter above you, he's not going to hit you.
It's not really represented accurately either side of the spectrum here.
4, 3.
They are going for a more dive comp, but they do still have Cal on that Junkrat. Junkrat.
Stan is sticking with it. He is in the Golden Fist too.
Wow, he made it. I didn't even know you could make it all the way across there. I mean, I don't play him, but he's about to flank behind him.
I was talking about this before, but they know about this strat now. But
He's going to their. He's going for their spawn, maybe. Like, no, he's just gonna all the way.
Look at Ori. Ori's like sitting in the back, just like watching. He constantly turning around. They know Stan's not with the team, but it doesn't matter. Here he is going to go on to her for
He
derping.
gets a kill. Just completely bullies that Anna out of.
Crouching Tiger, hidden fist. Stan Shimada coming in, showing that he's the best hidden Doomfist, and convincing push by Pharakeets.
Stan the Genji main, showing that he can play other things.
Play of the game.
Never mind, it's just Genji. Just
Only
Genji.
This is where he gets a 3 kill.
Triple kill.
I don't even think he planned to get 3K. It was just kind of right there for him.
Double kill.
Stan got so much off of that ult.
And so much value out of that one ultimate.
So I Stan didn't have a card for most damage because it seemed like he did a lot that game.
Not sure if it was the most damage, but it was just kind of like right place, right time for his dashes, his shurikens and such. But
Yeah, you're probably right. Seems like we're having some internet issues here.
in the meantime, while they look for a potential sub for them. Or is it a forfeit?
Seeming like they want a forfeit here.
Yeah, Wheats wants his.
My tendies. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about going to make some chicken tenders after this too. Dude, when you're a college kid, chicken tenders are actually pretty cheap. Not gonna lie.
The value.
You gotta go for the value of over being a responsible adult.
Gonna get a team swap real mid. Gonna get a trade mid game or mid
Rock gonna go over.
Yep. Yeah, Rock going over to 999.
Seco going to throw for that team, so his team wins. Easy.
Just waiting for them to find a sub.
Yeah, we could probably just like cut to a screen here because I don't
Yeah,
think we.
there's-
Oh wait, did they find one already? Damn, that's fast.
that is Nick. Nick. Nick being a pub pickup game person himself, it still fits within the lines of pug team. Each team does have 2 potential subs that Ori. Now that Ori has internet problems, they can pull him in. So we are ready to go. There we go. We have seen all 3.
Oh my god, the prophecy.
The full rotation.
So I was just checking in on the other game. Boop is up 1 game on Top Patrol.
Good little heads up for now. But it does look like both teams are ready. We are starting into Lijiang Tower. If you've been watching us the entire time, you will have seen that we've seen every map out of in our rotation out of Control and Escort.
You know, for the prophecy they foretold, Pharakeets has to win this game, so we never see a hybrid map. But obviously, we casters want this to keep going, so we have more stuff to cast.
I believe in the comeback. 99 is going to pull it out.
There's always a comeback.
999 is going to pull it out.
These are Moon subs. Don't forget about that.
Nick was the anchor that this team needed.
Yeah, Pi was the sandbag. Now they have a true anchor.
Yeah, or he had internet connections, wasn't able to play to his full potential.
That's probably what.
Let the trump card come in. Nick's
this
gonna carry this team.
This is all the setup. Like you had like 5 episodes of exposition. Now we finally have the true battle.
Yeah, it's like you're charging up your super move in Dragon Ball. It
takes 5 episodes.
Finally gonna let out the Kamehameha.
Yeah, easy.
It looks like Pharakeets are gonna be going for the pharmacy with a little bit of Lucio beating up the team on the bottom. Well, Airbus decides to go over the Widowmaker for this. Did find a little bit of success in that on the attack for the Dorado. Let's see if he can repeat that here.
There's just hella strong in this.
Oh
map.
yeah, he's just sitting in spawn. No, I'm talking about Widow is just sitting in spawn, like just keeping stand, like in a defensive position. Smart pick from Airbus here, knowing that Pharah is a very popular.
Oh, and actually gets the Winston.
It's Winston. And Rock falls off the map. Like I said, Nick's the carry of this team. He's just gonna pull it around.
The anchor.
The team is centered around this, and Pharah goes down.
I wonder if they'll switch off of Pharah Mercy now, or if they'll keep this
Seeing
up.
that they have Widow, be a smart. They're not switching yet. Now they're.
No, they are. Yeah. I mean, it was like a good first attempt. You kind of like Pharah's good on like that first part of the point because I mean.
But then once they start playing around it, it's just a little bit. Now Airbus is in a tight spot, having 3 people that can dive him, and Stan is instantly going for it. He wants his revenge.
Everybody's trying to go for Stan, but Rock going to be showing him the diva. Oh!
MPD with a
MPD.
stick does get 2 people. He's gonna carry the team himself.
JK. That's an angry monkey.
Yeah, they're stalling out as much as possible. Airbus does switch over to the Genji. Control, you want to stall out as long as possible because every second that you're stalling, even if you're like 1 person at a time is running on the point, you're still getting those percentages. And is doing here. Tack Visor is going to be popped from Cal, trying to clean them off the point, but Nick is just able to soak up most of that damage and kind of eat it for the most part. Followed up by a good shield from Rar here. They're just continuing to hold this point and actually getting a good bit of value out of it. Finally takes Stan to pop his blade for them to finally clean up the kill. 67% off that first capture.
Yeah, pretty good, but they did blow a lot of resources to hold it. So Pharakeets going to be having their Transcendence coming up soon. They're going to
Pharakeets had to blow just as many just to retake.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Because yeah, we had like Stan's Blade, Rocks, Diva Bomb. So yeah, I guess both of them blew the same amount of resources.
And even then, MPD is almost up to his Pulse Bomb again. Rar almost has his
Chris
Primal
almost had
Rage.
Pulse Bomb. Oh, damn.
Well, yeah, I mean, he used it at the beginning of that last fight, and it's up again.
Yeah.
So he has it. Yeah, he has it at the beginning of every fight. Stan does get taken out by Nick, and they're just going to be pushing in. Airbus right onto the Zenyatta. Good target to get on. Does take out Winston for the first point. Cedro does go down. Airbus taken out by Cal, and the self-destruct pop by Nick demechs Rock, and Rock throws one right back at them.
Don't agree with using the Diva Bomb there.
He used it in that situation. He used it just to get it back because the fight's going to continue on. He wants to stall. He wants to get that mech right back.
Yeah, it makes sense. I don't know. I'm a very greedy player, so I play very
yeah, it's kind of rare getting kills with that. It's more or less a reset on. It's kind of like how some Creeds will use their ultimate.
I understand the reset. I was just thinking that maybe it would have been better if he just stood on the side and just shot, and he could have gotten his ultimate pretty fast. Like, I mean, how he's doing right now. Just Diva Bomb on this map is pretty good for just throwing it on the point, and then you kind of like take over half of the point.
Ooh, MPD does get hooked and pulled, or not pulled off. He just dies that. Being Tracer, you can get back in time. We're not in overtime, so the timers are not high. Herp popping the Transcendence, keeping his team alive, is on a bit of a flank behind Rock, and Airbus is going to be doing a lot of damage to, who is that? To, Rock, yeah. And Speedro gets taken out by Airbus and, MPD. This fight is just all over the place. I don't know which part of the fight to follow.
Also, you can clean up now, though. Nick
yeah,
is going to be getting his Diva mech back, but that's a hog. Good old Shimada hog. But wait, where are these people coming from?
They're staggered. They're running in. The whole hog does come out on tanks, so he's not going to get, I mean, like, kills with it. He's just going to demech the Diva. Cedro is just going to be feeding good bit of ultimate in that form. They're still just stalling out. If they can retake it, they have a potential to win the fight. It looks like Cal is going to be popping his attack visor, and they jump off the point. They C9.
I can do this. C9. Feels fucking bad, man. Yeah, they just kind of focused on Cal there, popping his ultimate. They're like, oh crap, we have to go stop that because that's going to shut through our entire team. So yeah, like the Diva and the Winston jumped onto him, and then they were like,
yeah,
oh, wait.
both the tanks, the people who have the most survivability, just kind of decide that they're gonna face tank his ultimate, but not the smart play. Get off the point, and they lose that one.
Unfortunately, but I mean they can come back.
3, 2,
We got 2 more points. They get to win the next 2. Good old Observatory. Pretty, I don't know. I really like Observatory. I think it's my favorite part of Lijiang.
You mean Control Center?
Control Center. I always call it Observatory because it looks like an observatory, but I guess it doesn't have the telescope.
Rar feeding an early charge to the enemy team, giving them a hefty chunk of ultimate right off the bat, but MPD is almost at his ultimate. He's got 61% just from spamming down a corner. Junkrat really strong in this map. Everyone kind of tight corridors. He's able to just throw mines around every single angle.
And then also, like, he gets like the high ground. He can just like free fire from up there, especially if there's not like something. But Stan is running the McCree, so I mean, if a Junkrat pokes his head up there, he's just gonna headshot him.
Even he doesn't even have to poke around. I mean, a smart Junkrat. I say smart. It's just kind of
Smart.
sitting around. 200 IQ Junkrat, by the way. I stand behind a corner and throw mines or throw bombs out. Looks like it's just gonna be a bit of a battle between Nick and Speedro up on the top side, but they're just having trouble pushing through the point. Rar getting up in personal with Speedro, just feeding Rock his charge. Airbus does take out Stan. They have a bit of breathing room to push in. No more damage at range. But Rar goes down, unfortunately for them. This might be the last of this push. They'd probably be smart to just back off here.
It's funny that they're having such a hard time pushing too, because I mean, like, they have Reinhardt, they have Zarya, they have an Ana healing them. Like, they have a lot of tools that, like, yes, like Junkrat is like awful to push against, but they do have something, and they have their own Junkrat to try and control some area.
Well, Rock has what is it? Rock is at 70% charge right now, which just will tear through a Reinhardt shield. With stacking Junkrat on top of that, Rock can't hold his shield up and like long enough for his team to get through. Even with the Lucio speeding them, it's just gonna go down like for them.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Their best bet is for Nick to get his ultimate here and get a good grab and combo it with either Pulse Bomb or Riptire. And even if that doesn't clean them up, they can still follow it up with a Shatter at the end of the duration of the grab.
Either way, though, they're gonna have to do something soon. They only got 10% left. There's the grab coming out.
There's the grab, but Nick's team isn't in any position. The sound barrier does block most of that damage that he was doing.
And Stan, meanwhile, got a casual 3 kills.
Yeah. No one able to get to the point in time. It looks like Pharakeets is our third place.
The prophecy
Team.
was fulfilled.
We saw every point of the map, or we saw every map with the first 2 options of escort and control. And there's Cal with the play of the game. I still like that you can see their team right above their name.
Oh, nice. Wait, where?
Bottom
Oh,
left.
I see you now. Oh, that's so
It's
cool.
very nice detail. Good job, Blizzard.
Blizzard actually giving us details for spectators, so it's not like a steaming pile of garbage.
Hey, don't. Hey, it's a small indie
It's
developer.
not like a dev, Blizzard. Yeah, I forget sometimes. Sorry, Blizzard. I love your new games.
Well, there you have it. Pharakeets pulls out victory, even after a little bit of issues in the beginning, trying to hold their team together. Third place for them. In the meantime, this round is over, but the finals are still going on. If you would like, you can go over there and watch them. MOONMOON Sub Circuit. I believe it's in one of the commands if you type !mark streams.
It's also underneath the stream. It has.
Oh, yeah, that works. I see it right there now. Well, it's been fun, but all good things have to come to an end for time being.
I'm gonna miss you, Snow.
Until next week, we have the Diamond and Below.
Oh yeah. Wait, is that gonna be on Thanksgiving weekend?
Yes, it is. At least we have free time for it.
Yeah, I know. Alright,
Well, I have been SnoHoBeau. With me is.
I've been SecureHades. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Before we head out, let's give a big round of applause to our streamer here. You can hop in
Streamer?
and say some words. No, too shy. You can hop in.
No.
Oh,
You
jeez,
know,
what?
give us
What?
a say
You're-
hello.
You're trying
I'm
to give me
sorry, stream.
All right. Well,
Yeah, nothing was working. Overwatch wasn't working. The stream wasn't working. This was not a fun beginning of the stream.
well.
Yeah. And
Anyways.
plus I haven't streamed for like so long with this tournament.
I think you did a good job.
I tried my best.
Yeah, it was some
Don't
good
blame me,
stream.
chat.
It's Twitch chat. It's already too late.
feels bad.
Well, thanks for sticking around, guys. We'll see you next time. Be sure to hop over to the Sub Circuit, the main channel, where you'll see the finals. Best of 5 between Thought Patrol and Blue Eyes White Privilege.
And gravy.
and gravy. All right. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.